We are back here at Girl Talk. We're at Custom Audio Video with our dear friend Ian, and we're having a lot of fun today. We're trying to kind of decide which side we're going to be on. Yeah. I'm really excited about what we're talking about today. I know just enough to be dangerous. I said the word acoustics and artwork when we walked in here last week, and we thought we'd really talk about some of this. You've got some really interesting panels, and and there's a lot. It's pretty in depth.
Sure. There's a lot to think about. It's a lot more technical than people think it is. These panels behind us look like fabric, but there's more involved. The whole point of this and other panels that you see in this room are actually to improve the room acoustics.
And what does that really mean to me?
So, hard surfaces, and back here it's drywall.
Right.
We have wooden doors. We have
wooden
a
floors.
massive glass window. Combined with the fact that the ceiling in this room is really high, make the room quite reverberant. You always get reflections of hard surfaces. So the speakers in this room point towards us right now.
Okay, yes.
And the audio that comes from these speakers would hit the wall and cause a reflection back. So
the sound would bounce off.
Yeah. So your ear wouldn't just hear the sound from the speaker, but it would also pick up the reflection coming from the wall.
Oh, I never really thought about that. Almost like being in a restaurant that's loud where all the noises.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
And if you clap your hands, you might hear an echo if we didn't have these panels. So what we did in this room is a combination of a couple of different products from one manufacturer called Kinetics. This is their track system, and the other panels that you see here are actually just standard absorptive panels.
Okay.
So the whole point of this is behind the fabric, and of course we've made it with different colors just to make it slightly different rather than it being plain like the paint on the drywall.
Well, honestly, it almost looks like artwork. It just sort of blends in with the furnishings, yes.
And there's lots of different combinations and lots of different fabrics that you can get, colors, patterns, shapes of the panels themselves. But in this case, what we did is we chose this product because it has 3 different kinds of panel behind the fabric. One's called a TAD, which is a tuned absorptive diffuser. The other one is called Versatune, which is fiberglass, which is tuned to certain frequencies.
Oh, wow.
And then there's a standard absorptive panel, which are the ones on the side walls too.
Okay, these long vertical ones, all right.
So the whole point here is that the TAD panel is actually, it's kind of like a pegboard. You know, you might have a pegboard to hang tools on. It's kind of like that, but it has absorptive material behind it. So what that does is that's diffusion. When the frequencies hit that, the holes in the pegboard, as we'll call it, actually disperse. They disperse the frequencies.
Okay.
So they don't just bounce off in one direction, they disperse, and the magnitude of them lowers, which means you don't hear the same volume as you would have before. Then there's the Versatune panel.
Okay.
Excuse me. And between 100 hertz and 5,000 hertz, and that's a bit beyond our hearing level, although we do pick up harmonics. At these frequencies, that Versatune panel absorbs each frequency to a different level.
Got it.
So at lower, let's say 400 hertz, it will absorb more. So the bass frequencies kind of disappear a bit and calm down a bit. So bass and mid frequencies. And then there's a standard absorptive panel, which for the most part really, does every frequency at the same level. So it all helps to really tune the room and let us hear the speakers better.
So again, this doesn't have to be new construction. Anyone can come and get this, and it will vastly improve the quality of the sound?
Correct, yeah.
Oh gosh, this is a treat. Thank you. This was a quick one today, isn't it? We got a lot to talk about, but wow, time went fast. There you go. It's great. Thank you all for joining us here on Girl Talk again, Ian. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week. Bye-bye now.